your first album is all samples, right?
Mm-hmm.
Totally Insane first album is all samples.
Mm-hmm.
By the second album, it's all keyboard beats.
Yeah.
And that was to avoid clearing issues?
Yeah, clearing issues.
Damn.
And plus, we just wanted to go back to our original stuff, because I had a bunch of stuff that was original. I took the samples down to TC because he had that Emax, and he had a bunch of sample time, but I actually had a bunch of original beats. A lot of our songs that we was putting out, HP Is My Home, all of like the Rolling Through the Turfs of HPs, a lot of that stuff was all original beats. It just that when I went down there to take that Bammer Weed, for some reason, I had Bammer Weed and A Lesson to Be Learned was the only original 2 songs that came from actually my solo album. I was More Like an Orgy too. That's why them is like solo songs. If you notice on the album, I got more solo songs on there than Mr. C because it was gonna be my album. But then I started making songs like Remind Me and try to get him, to kind of be the lead on the songs and stuff, just to try to kind of create some balance. And I ended up adding him on to the back of A Lesson to Be Learned, just to put him on that. But them was songs I already had done. So we had a lot of original stuff. So we just went back to just doing original beats, because I had a lot of stuff I had on keyboard, a lot of original songs. And plus I had linked up with Cellski by then. We got real tight.
Yeah.
And he had a bunch of beats that I liked. And so we was like, you know what, let's just go on and keep it original. And if it is samples, we're going to play them over. You know what I mean?
And Cellski produced Bounce to this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a hard-ass beat, man.
Yeah, he produced Bounce to this. Damn, It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. And he brought the sample down to, I ain't gonna really give him the producer credit, but he did bring the sample because he wasn't in the studio. Enhancer really get the credit for it, but I still kind of put him on there as a producer on the sound. And It's Your Life. He brought that one down there, the Crusaders sample. So, but he didn't stay down there and play it over. TC and Enhancer pretty much flipped it and put it all together.
That's sick.
But Cellski was a big part of that album. He would have had like 4 or 5 beats if he would have stayed in the studio.
So y'all feeding off each other like production-wise too.
Yeah. Now me and Cellski used to, I used to go crazy for some of his beats. He'd hear me come in there like, oh, Mortuary Number, all that stuff. He was like, bro, you got to let me own that. Like we was feeding off each other. Our production was similar. You know what I mean? He'd hear some of the bass lines I got, be like, oh, Black, like. I hear something he made, be like, oh, bruh, like, me and him vibed. You know what I mean? Plus, we Virgos, we was vibing. That was my guy back then.
Because I feel like y'all don't really get your credit as rappers and producers. Because both y'all, like, got like hard beats, bro.
Right.
It's like a very unique, like, there's a Bay Area sound for sure, but there's a Frisco sound. For sure. Yeah, I kind of got away from it at the NOH album after I did Hitman album. Yeah. And then I did a few songs for people here and there, like Juice and a few other people that came through. At the NOH when Mr. C died, I just kind of lost the love for actually creating beats. It just kind of wasn't there no more. A lot of people would come, bro, I want you to make some music, make me something like your old stuff, and I just was like, I just wasn't there no more. And then I start meeting a lot of up-and-coming producers, my cousin Herminator, I had Rome Slapadelic, I ended up meeting my boy Cee Dog. I had a fucking producing camp up there at my house. It was like about 7 producers, Nick Nas, oh man, my boy Ace and them. It was like them dudes, P Platinum, like it was a lot of dudes who know how to play. And was good, because I was one of them dudes get on there with one hand and 3 4-note keys and that's what's like dope about it though. It sounds like you just banging around on the keyboard.
And that's exactly what it was. I used to go to the enhancer and he used to be trying to correct, man, that's off, the key is off, and I'm like, night, leave it alone, bro. Leave my shit dirty, grimy, gritty. I don't care. Leave it alone. And certain things I might want to be played. I'd be like, that Moog line I got in there enhancer, play it a little bit different. Give me, instead of me this 8-bar loop. Once you play it out 16 for me, you know what I mean? And that's what he'd do. So, but now I liked my stuff off. I didn't care about the chords. I didn't care about none of that. I go off of sound, how it sounded to me, And
it worked.
It worked, It worked, man. Especially on Hitman album, man. Everybody, that album just was like,
that's a mobber. That's got some mobbing ass production on that one.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California.
West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California, it's a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.